Hi, I'm Erney Markisich. I've been attending Cole Holland's School of EMT and Advanced EMT, and I just graduated from the Advanced EMT course. They offered a program for a one-night cadaver class down here in Salt Lake City, which was convenient because you could just go down to Salt Lake and have some parking and go straight up. When we first got there, I wasn't sure what we were going to do. They made us, do the regular signing of non-disclosures and, things like that, so we wouldn't be talking about it outside of the room, just as respect for the cadavers themselves. But I still was concerned because they are bodies, and I hadn't had a chance to really get involved in that. But I wanted to, because I wanted to actually see what was going on inside the body after studying in a book for so long. So before we got in the actual room, there were two people. There was a guy by the name of Jonathan, and the other girl, I think her name was Sandy. And Jonathan had had a lot of background up at the University of Utah with cadaver labs and things like that. And him and a few other people had opened this as a private one. So he had been given responsibilities to take care of the cadavers. The thing that he told us was, if you feel uncomfortable, that's normal. If you don't feel uncomfortable, that's normal too. And so I was one of the guys that felt uncomfortable, and I think a lot of other people were too. One was, there is a body, and we're going to actually look into it. And so what he did is he set some standards right on the beginning. He has respect for the cadavers, how we were going to do it, what we were going to do. He was going to do a video up front of the cadavers, but everybody raised their hand and said, no, we can get started. So as we went into the room, you can bring your own smock, or if you don't, they have some smocks there you can use. They have gloves there that you can use, and eye protection if you'd like. I brought my own smock, and I used their gloves. We sat at different tables. They broke us up in two different groups. As we went in the room, there were two bodies, one of a 62-year-old man. They were wrapped in plastic. And then there was a lady that was 82, and she's also wrapped up in plastic. There is a smell. It's formaldehyde that they use for embalming. And that's the thing that he made us feel really, really comfortable about, was those bodies are actually gone to a mortician. They are actually have formaldehyde put into them. I was afraid to first look at them, and because I thought I was going to see a gray, bluish-looking body, and it was pink. And that's part of what they do. And they don't put them in coolers because they're cadavers that are, have got formaldehyde on them. And so they just keep them wrapped up, and then all during the time they spray them with that. So that is one thing. The thing that was really neat was, as we got in below the skin, the different layers of the skin that we studied, we actually got to open that up and then see the veins and see the valves in the veins. We got to work with the muscles, the tendons, arteries. So everything that we got to study at Cole Holland, we actually got to touch and feel it. And what was also really neat was that one cadaver had died of colon cancer. And so we actually got to take each part of the intestine and work through it all the way down to the colon, each one of us individually. So we got a lot of hands-on, and you could actually see what was going on with the cancer and how it moved to the liver. And so Jonathan, one of the people that we were working with, was excellent. I would suggest, if there's any possible way to go to this course, it will benefit you in the long run, especially as an EMT. The trachea, the esophagus, all those things we got to open up and actually get to see how the airway goes down, how the lungs are. We actually got to open up one of the lungs, the heart, where it's placed for doing CPR, why we do the compressions the way we do, why we do the head tilt, chin lift, and stuff like that, jaw thrust. He went through all those things, which once we did that, it made sense. And now, if I was to work on a person, I feel like I know where I'm going, what's underneath the skin, what's in the neck, and those places. So I would highly recommend this. And it was a 3-hour in the evening. I think it was 6 to 9. And I couldn't believe, nobody wanted to take a break. We just went 3 hours and then it was over. I wanted to, and as they offer them again, different portions of that, I'm going to sign up for that even though I'm a graduate now.